frustrated because my cameras haven't been working, but we're gonna pull it together. But hello, beautiful people. What's going on, my YouTube folks? This is Drake, B Drake with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast with a purpose. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that is he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other, and they don't know each other because of segregation. And because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So we come together every Sunday and we have conversations with one another, check in with one another, talking about what's going on in pop culture. We even let y'all gossip a little bit in here. But at the end of the day, our focus is to educate each other, to have a respectful dialogue with one another, and yeah, just enjoy it. We love. We got to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on Podbean, and Good Pods, and YouTube, of course. So we appreciate your support and love. And anywhere you type in everything culture, not everything culture, everything culture, you can find it. So yeah. So tonight we have Jaya, we have KG, Keevan, we have Lo, Brittany, the awesome Brittany just joined the building, and we have a newbie with Ray tonight. So I hope y'all all doing well. Hey y'all, hey. Um, but y'all know Shan always gonna try to show up late because Shan is not, let's say, live appropriate. All right. But we've been doing a series on that's titled Talks They Don't Want to Have. And this is a series talking about being Black in America and just the experience that we have from a financial point of view, education point of view, a just growing up and just like the different experiences that we have in total in different areas. And we love for y'all to listen to those, leave a comment, share it, state how you feel. Don't text me, leave it in the comments so we can keep that going right there. We're trying to get more people involved in it. Well, I appreciate y'all letting me know, but that's the best way for it to happen, for us, for the platform. But when I tell you, like what was it? We had the other one we had, it drops tomorrow. Mine will drop a little bit later. Let y'all know that right now I'm a little behind. Yeah, work with me. Have a little bit of grace. But we talked about capitalism here in America for Black people, branding, all that good stuff. And once again, this is y'all getting a little sneak peek of it through the conversation we're having right now before we actually drop it. But I want to know y'all's point of view or perspective or ideology about capitalism when it comes down to Black or African Americans here in America. It's okay if y'all are shy. Should I just share mine?
I was getting ready to say you might want to use the cricket little sound because
Where is it? I can't find it right there. But yeah, so let me tell you something. I just got finished reading the Frederick Douglass memoirs, okay, narrated by Forrest Whitaker. Good read, good listen on Spotify. If you pay for Spotify premium, you get books now, okay? You get audio books. And let me tell you, when it come down to capitalism, you have to understand we were the main commodity when this country was built. So when we talk about with Black people and capitalism, like it's woven into us because we were that. Slavery was one of the big things that pushed up capitalism. Then, even Reconstruction, the Black laws, we can go all through all that. But the main focus was it's always for someone to make money off the labor of people. And keep saying I'm gonna put this on the t-shirt. I need to sit down and just focus and play with my print for a little bit. But I always say this, I've been saying this for the past 2 to 3 years, that people don't care about people. People care about the use of people. People care about just having this mindset of want. Like we're stepping into the holiday season. We're in the holiday season. There's no stepping into it. We're in it. And really almost the holiday season is year round. But the holiday like Christmas, I always talk about. I've stated my opinion about it. I don't want to be a Scrooge. I ain't trying to be a Grinch and nothing like that. I don't go and kick nobody else's Christmas tree down and then like, in that manner. But I was talking about why do we really celebrate what we celebrate? We celebrate capitalism because when we look, and it's not just a black thing, but when I focus on the kids, the people, and we always had to get. And it's the idea you need these things, these objects, these materialistic minds that we have, and we raising children to be that way. And it hurts us more than it assists us, but that is the American way. And when it comes down to us as black people, we're the most influential people that I know, but we're also the most influenced that I know as well. From shoes to labels, brands, the mindset of having just you got to have something that somebody else don't have. Once again, that's very un-American minded behavior. We don't have to just put it on us, but we are strongly part of it as well. No matter if we have it or not, we want to get it. And I shared this experience with Shane on the show that, and it's so unique. If you follow me on TikTok, you see I put a video out about it. I don't think I shared it on Twitter. I should. I should share it on Twitter and IG. But when I was maybe in the fourth or fifth grade, my mother, as we say in my family, took a vacation. Does everyone know what a vacation means? Just, let me say an involuntary vacation. Let me just put it that way. And when I found out why she was on this involuntary vacation, it was because she was, let's say, unwillfully borrowing some items from a store, like for like knitting Segas and stuff like whatever the case may be, shoplifting. And it was for Christmas gifts for me and my brother, you know. And once again, I was young, and I just remember thinking like, "Hey, why she do that?" Like I just say I understand. We ask, and I was, my thing. I was a straight A student. I always wanted something because I saw what somebody else wanted, or someone else was getting all the commercials. Once again, they catch my young eye. But when I saw that, oh, I'm losing time and, my mother gone because she was getting this stuff for us, nah, it ain't worth it. In my opinion, it was not worth it. Now, my brother, he was more like, dang, I wish she would have got away. I was so close. We would have had this, and that. Man, what? Nah, nah. Then when I became older and I worked for CPS, I saw the parents do the same thing. I have classmates do the same thing. I have family members do the same thing. I was on TikTok, as I mentioned earlier, and I saw a woman. Um, she was behind. She was in the loss prevention area, and I think Target shoplifting. Now according to them, they like she was shoplifting alcohol, and she messaged. Actually, the woman actually messaged me, asked me to take it down. She wasn't shoplifting alcohol, this and that, but she was shoplifting. And the key point that pushed me to make the video or the stitch video that I did was she had her kids in the car. She had one child with her. And she had two kids in the car, three kids in total. I'm like, I've been thinking CPS about to be run out through this thing. There's about to be an investigation and possibly a removal. Hopefully, it's just an investigation. Because she seemed like a sweet woman. You never know. I know people get desperate, but and what she told me, she was shoplifting for school clothes. There's so many resources out here for us to be successful, but they don't want to share those resources because they want us to be pushed to that brink of shoplifting, pushed to that brink to lose our freedom and put us back in a system that was created to push this country along in the first place. And I don't think people really understand. And that's what I made my video about. People having an understanding what this does to us, you know, what it looks like from a child. If I would like, I wish people can understand me. I was speaking from a child's perspective. Like, hey, it ain't worth it. I don't that Sega, what was now PlayStation 5s, the Supreme clothes, whatever you can think of. Your time with your children, which you instill in, would be more important to any of those items. Now, if you instill in them that those items are more important than your relationship with them, they're gonna believe that. Am I making sense? Because everybody else, I promise you, like if anybody know me, what this happened when I was like 9 years old. My mother passed when I was 15. So though that year she was gone out of my life, you know, it does make a strong impact. You never know what's going to happen, and it molds us to be who we are. But I promise you, these items, these toys, these electronics, they go come and go. Those kids will remember the time with y'all before they go remember the items. Now, if you can get the items and those luxury things, go ahead. I'm not saying for you not to, but instilling them more than just like you do this so you can get this item. But hopefully this reaches someone in a way in the conversation we continue to have about us, how much as we dauntingly work and we stress each other out, we get sick. We take care of our eyes and our luxury and our comfort more than we take care of our actual health. We will buy, right. This is even I had a Father's Day episode. Oh, I ain't even looking at YouTube right now. I had the Father's Day episode where we had a discussion about us taking care of each other. Okay. Ebenezer Drake. Shut up, Christian. You see, they went to Canada. Okay, so like for instance, instead of going on vacation, Christian said they went to Canada. So, and thank you. We still live on YouTube with the conversation. We're gonna be here for a little bit, Christian. But when I tell you those moments of just treating one another, laughing with one another, um, can't beat it. Renting a movie, it can help out. And trust me, I have ways of funding for life and family, but I'd rather spend that time than spend those items than anything else. Let me see. I'm set the floor open for conversation for anybody.
Yo, so I um I heard everything you said. I think for me it hit differently in a different mindset because the military aspect. So it was like, because I've been trying to figure out if I'm gonna retire or not. And I don't want to retire right at this exact moment. But you know me and how I'm traveling for my kids, you know what I'm saying? Cause, like I said, like, man, I can't let someone else raise mine 100% or nothing like that. Like I promised my daughter every 3 months, like you'll see daddy. So it was the 3 month mark. I gotta pop in. But even then, like I can tell when I'm leaving the effect that it has on her when I dip, And as you talk about Christmas, like somebody was like, "Hey man, you put up a tree," and ain't a fat white man breaking and entering in my crib. What you mean? So will the kids get gifts? Yes. But I don't know. I mean, traditionally speaking, I talked to them about like we don't even know if God was born on Christmas. It was born around the time and they picked the day. So, but I think that I'm definitely not going to jail so I can get my kids Christmas and whatnot. But I tell them figure one expensive thing out. Like, like, hey, what's that one thing that you want more than anything? You know what I'm saying? And like my daughter, I got her what's the Switch one
Mhm.
year, and my son, he never wants to like he's cool, he's content with the iPad that he got, but they got that before Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That stuff came because I wanted to have a communication path between them that didn't involve their mothers. And so he's content with stuff like that. So he never wants anything big, like it's super expensive. He just asked me for a dinosaur toy that costs like $15. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
So, you know what I'm saying? I um but I understand like I said, my mom had 11 kids, man. So like she couldn't get all of us all the stuff we want. And I think back to the times when being a kid, like my great aunt used to give us towels for Christmas. She put like $2 or $3 in there and then give us towels, socks. And then
I
I
had an
told
auntie
somebody, I
with the
was like,
socks too.
yeah, but you thinking about it, like as a kid, you didn't want none of that. You wanted toys, you wanted all that. But
Yes.
then I thought about it, like one day, sitting there thinking about it, I was like, man, you know, I run through socks like crazy
Hey, I'm that family member now. I be getting books, socks, I be getting
now.
essentials
Yo,
because I be paying attention. Like y'all be getting this elaborate stuff. Y'all parents be stressing out. And then y'all don't mention the basic need things. And I'm like, man, like I don't know if my was my nieces that my brother's baby mamas or my niece's mothers, let me say that correctly, are listening to this, but my nieces are getting books, learning material. Simple and plain. I am that family member now. One of my nieces, she don't like talking a lot. Oh, we go, okay, well, we go get you reading, baby. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, Ray, we see your hand. Come on, we love to hear from you. Oh,
So I had a comment. So I don't have children, but I have a niece and two nephews. And my sister is a single mom raising three kids. Ex-husband left. He decided he didn't want to be a father or husband. And she struggles. I mean, she's a single mother, like barely making it, trying to struggle. And it just so happened at Thanksgiving, she tells us what the kids want. And when I say these gifts are so ridiculous, my nephews want PS5s each,
mm,
individual,
mm.
what?
individual, and I'm like, I'm confused. I'm total confusion. Like, why do you need
That's
two?
$1,000 right there. That's raw grip.
And you barely making it, and you struggling with the Wi-Fi, and
Mm.
I'm trying to make it make sense. And my niece, who's 14, wants a MacBook. I didn't get my first MacBook till after I graduated
I got this.
grad
Only reason
school.
I got a MacBook is for this podcast right here. That's the only reason I have one.
It was an investment. The thing is,
Mm-hmm.
is on this last 10 years plus. This is a good investment, but because I'm not a mother, right? I don't know if like the lavish gifts are like, I'm struggling, but I'm going to provide for you. Like I'm going to get you what you want because that's the least that I can do. Or if she's trying to one up their father. I'm not sure. It is something that I try to have grace with. I try to support where I can. But I asked her, what's some practical stuff they need? Like, do they need socks? Like, and she's
You
like,
did.
no. And I mean, she was like, no, not really. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we handy canes. I mean, I just don't know. I'm not supporting the PS5 and MacBook mission this
What
Christmas.
I gotta ask, how the kids are doing? Are the kids well behaved? Are they making like how the grades are?
I
They
mean,
calling check on
my
y'all. Like,
I don't know, but I had the
no,
same.
I mean they're average kids. My nephew is not doing well, so he's in ninth grade. He's at a tech school in DC, and it's really competitive. And I keep telling him, you gotta do what you need to do. It's different than middle school, and so they're good kids, but do they deserve? No, no, they don't.
mm,
I don't know.
Well, as an auntie, I would supply tutoring services and
Okay, yeah,
mentorship referrals because if we're going to make it, you live in the DC area, which is the
mhm.
Black Mecca, and there are so many programs out there. If he
That's
just
a good
applies
idea.
himself, I mean, the government jobs are contracted, but if he can get into something techie, he's
Right.
guaranteed a job no matter where he goes. So I'm talking as a mom of three and as an auntie of about 37. No, I'm not buying.
Wow.
I got an
Dang.
iMac. We had legal issues, and that was one of the rewards. I hate this motherfucker. Oh, we still on.
yes,
I'm
we
sorry.
are. We are. Like,
I hate it. I hate it with a stone cold passion. I got an HP all in one that I do everything with. Guess what? I paid $200-300 for that at Walmart around this time of the year.
Right.
That's what them kids were getting. Guess what? You either be grateful or be angry, but either way, you got it.
mm. Okay. And Brittany, I saw your hand. We love to hear from you.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
I just want to say that's what's wrong with these kids nowadays. Like I've been a social
Mhm.
worker and I'm now an educator. And these kids don't know not Nan lick, not ABCs counting up to 50. Like I teach first grade. I teach first grade. One of my students that I have, she told me that she got two phones, a tablet, her own TV. Like she has a lot of things. And I'm like, I'm thinking like your grades are very low. Your parents, what are they doing? And they want to get mad at me up here. I'm trying to tell you your kid is about to fail and repeat school, and you getting upset with me. But you want to buy your kid all these electronics. You want to buy these kids all these shoes
Oh
when
shit, I
they
ain't did it.
deserve it. Why not focus on their education and their academics? Get them involved into sports instead of trying to buy them over with materialistic things.
And, ugh. But and that's it. But that's capitalism, though, ain't it? Circles
Mm,
all back to that.
mm-hmm.
Because when and I talk about that in depth, how capitalism go. So now you good, KG. You good, man. So, for instance, do y'all know why we have cartoons? Do y'all know why Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck and who was the one other, was it Goofy? You know why they were made?
Why?
And it wasn't for the kids. Well, it wasn't for the entertainment of the kids. It was
Addition.
all because of marketing and capitalism.
No.
That is the main purpose. You read any direct reason, like you go in history in Disney, they made this so they can sell to the public. And to sell to who? Because like as adults, we may know some things already. Like for instance, I don't have kids yet, but if I have, my son or daughter, they come to me and they had no big old, yep, there you go, Jay, to advertise to the parents through the kids. If my kids come to me, it's hard to tell your children no.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I'm a, what's it,
Hey,
you know.
I don't know about that. It's hard to tell your kids no. You can ask
Hey,
mine.
to most. Let me say, you
You can
you
ask
everybody
mine.
ain't got it. Everybody ain't got it like that,
You can
man.
ask mine.
Like I would talk to my homeboy over holidays. Like I'm a hard sport man. He had his daughter, his son, and his daughter. Man, sweet kids is fun, and his daughter just father. Yeah, and she had just a sweet. I like, man, hey, you better than me, dog. She have every dollar in my pocket. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, because, and she looked like me. Oh no, mm. So, but that marketing, but you have to teach your children not to be attracted to that, and you got to set that example too. I see so often how parents set the example, but that example is to be a part of that system that we probably shouldn't support. Like we could talk about from Nike, Jordan to Polo. I
But
remember
you
the
know,
Polo. Like, like when I was coming up, one of the biggest things was K Swiss. You had to
yeah.
have you some K Swiss.
But that's what Jordan was talking about too, right? Like when he said, "I make my shoes for rich white kids." Because the truth of the matter is, that's who's gonna buy it. Like he wasn't. And I told somebody this. I said, "Hey man, you gotta understand. Like that's no different than what's the name of it? NWA. The reason that they went after him like that is because some little white kid once he started saying the N word at home in his room, and his mom, oh my God, did you just say bitches and hoes?
But see, look how influence works. Okay, influence works that yeah, we got the power. You want to be cool, but you want to also seem like you being cool, having privilege. A lot of black kids fight what white kids want. A lot of white kids fight what black folks. Well, a lot of black kids fight what white folks have. A lot of white kids fight what black folks have. Now, and I'm talking about it's a different type of privilege too. We just live in our normal. But one thing is when you chasing that imaginary carrot at time, um, having certain items and having so like purple label. I know if you get with Polo, If you had you a polo, you showed a little bit more class and a brand, man. You had a little bit of money and style, Could be the ugliest polo in the world. That's something. But as long as you got that brand, as long as you got that horse, that man on that horse, not the two horses, because you go knockoffs are made so people can look like. But when people started to be able to afford polo, they came out with the purple label. Oh, we got to make it a little bit more. We got to make it a little bit more elite. Something I've been wanting to do, and I keep forgetting. I gotta start writing out my good mornings to everybody. Um, did y'all know that the term did everyone understand what keeping up with the Joneses is? I know now we have keeping up with the Kardashians, but before that it was keeping up with the Joneses. Y'all can give a thumbs up and just nod your head in that word. If you don't, it's okay.
Yes.
Let's not forget how we were as kids. Yes, Christian, and we will come back to that, Christian. We ain't gonna forget how we were as kids. So, keeping up with the Joneses. I found out where that came from the other day. I thought it was from like a TV show. No, keeping up with the Joneses was a comic book. Like it was a comic book strip about how this husband and wife, the wife would always say, "Man, I need to have what so and so have. I need to have what so and so. She got this. She got throw parties." And she'll go and just tell her husband, "Hey, go and get this for me." And this was like in the 1913s. Okay, this is like early 1900s. And he would just go and do a yes, my dear. So you work hard just to get what somebody else want. You don't even want it. Really, your spouse, they just want what somebody else have. Keeping up with someone else. And when we look at like, did y'all watch? It was a show that was recently, The Fall of the House of Usher. And look, hold on. Oh, see, Christian. See, that's what Christian ain't on live right now. She on YouTube. I know it take what because we be right here. When she listen to the episode tomorrow, she go trip out because that's exactly what I said. I don't know if y'all watch Atlanta, but Atlanta had an episode called FUBU. Me and my homeboys, we all called each other like, man, did you watch that movie? Did you watch Atlanta last night, bro? Oh, that's scary. That was other than the part where the unalive happened at the end. Spoilers. That was us. We was comparing who had if me and somebody else had the same FUBU jersey on, but it was something different. That whole day, we ain't worried about school, we ain't worried about homework, we ain't worried about anything else than figure out who had the fake FUBU jersey on, and is mine real? And even if you know your stuff is fake, you gotta lie, 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 lie. That put like same thing when I'm hearing with Ray. She talking about with her nephew. Hey, it got distractions. Either it was sports, um, items, brands, and trying to oppress somebody, or girls. That's how guys work. Okay, you will be fighting, flirting, or trying to prove to other little boys what you are. But school should be your main. Like I remember our main focus. You need to stop worrying about this. This is what I used to hear from my grandparents. You there to get an education. You ain't there to play. Even though you have a playtime, your focus is to get an education. Now, I don't want to be unrealistic that networking and socializing matters when you're in school as well. But be mindful. Some of the main folks, I remember I told my homeboy the other day, I never say I want to go back in time for nothing. But if I could, I'll just go back and I'll just beat up all the instigators. Because they're the ones you really didn't have a lot as well. They're the one that just want, and I see it live in effect today as adults. That is a lot of things out here that they don't have it. They just see that you don't, and they just try to cause chaos because they're deflecting from what they don't have or what they don't experience. But man, when I tell you with us dealing with people going these holidays, my main advice for this week is be mindful of one another. We just left Thanksgiving. Let's continue to be thankful for one another. Christmas, enjoy yourself, have fun. Even I heard KG said, "What original Santa Claus is allegedly black." Did y'all know that? If y'all look at everything, Culture when I post, I reshare it.
I did know that even then. Ain't no
That,
black dude sneaking in my crib to deliver nothing. You know what I'm saying?
and the thing is, if you look at the real Saint Nick, is supposed allegedly black, and they whitewashed him. Like because they didn't like when they started this whole transatlantic slave trade, because you had Moors, of course, black. They had to erase he like because he was a black pope. That's what he was. He was not a black pope, but was a black bishop or something like that, and a black Catholic. And they had to make sure to erase him away. And that's why in I think was in the Swedish or Dutch, you see the sidekick, which is black. No, that's really supposed to be Saint Nicholas. They just try to make him into the sidekick, the helper. But once again, when you do everything culture, you just like you be thinking some of this stuff has to be fake. Then we back though to even with like when we talk about Christmas, we always say Jesus was not born in December. All right. He was not a Sag or a Aquarius, let's say that. Then we got to push towards like so, you can celebrate the reasons of season. A lot of people don't. Same thing if people don't even celebrate Santa Claus. So you can't even worry about that because a lot of kids should have coal in their stockings. A lot of grown folks should have coal in their stockings too. The understanding was to my thing was if you was doing bad, you got coal. Some of the worst kids I know be getting, be getting J's, iPads, like say a cell phone. I didn't get it. I had every since the day to this day, I had to pay my own cell phone bill.
Look, all I want is a bill paid and a couple of hundred in my account, okay?
That girl said, your grades is not good.
I've been good this year. So
look, she said, she said, I was just about to ask you about how you been though.
yes, I have been good.
Okay.
That was so funny to me. She said, your grades were not good.
I'm not telling that lie. I have not been good this year.
Yeah, just as long as you know that. But that's what
I don't have expectations.
So for instance, why are we still supporting bad behavior then?
I don't.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Why do people support this poor behavior?
They stupid. The ones that be like, oh, well, I don't see anything wrong with that.
They don't care.
They don't care. They just stupid.
So, for instance, I don't know how y'all feel. I ain't gonna lie, one of the motivators for me in school, and I think he goes well with life now, is you got to make sure to flip it the right way. I used to have uncles and my grandparents, like every A I got on a report card, they maybe give me $5. So when you're younger, elementary, you took 5 classes, so that's $25. If you made A's, B's, you don't get nothing. C's, you damn near get ass whooping. No, those are that was
my
the deal.
12-year-old. My 12-year-old had a D plus. She had a C, and I think she had a D minus. I took everything. Ain't no iPod. She ain't got no phone.
That's on the progress report or report card.
That was a report card.
Oh hell, man!
Nothing.
I wouldn't have came home.
Books.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't matter. They email it now.
Oh yeah, you're right. But still, y'all when that email came out, I'd have been like, had a stick with a bag on the end of it, and I've been, not in my house. Even it, like my grandparents had a 6th grade education. What else do you do? They would ask me, what else do you do for you to be failing in the 7th grade? Man, ain't no way. But that's how. But I understand we take everything away. But that's how. But you don't see that much. You just see them keep getting more and more and more. Like my partner, love my partner. That's my boy. Okay. But this boy used to come in with the worst report card and still get the Megazord, the everything with the Power Rangers. He be laced up, and that kind of would put me like, why am I trying? You got to stop attaching your success in your education to material items. But that's what a lot of people see, that it goes hand in hand, because that's how society makes it. Your education is truly for your freedom. That's why I like, man. So when even Ray's talking about getting PhD, keep pushing, learning, growing. That's what we have to do, because it's going to get better for the youth. But we can't let it lack and just spoil the youth, because spoiling is just that. You're making them useless. So make sure we continue to instill these positive mindsets. And if you don't know it, find somebody else, get some mentorship. That's all that matters. Once again, I mentored quite a few kids and young folks and the folks older than me. Be that change you want to see. Let's stop making excuses and just do it ourselves. Ain't nobody waiting for us. But all right, YouTube, we about to hop off. We're gonna be on here a little bit longer. We appreciate y'all. We chat with y'all later. Peace. But Christine, hold on. My students have active parents, never have bad grades. See? Students who have active parents don't have bad grades.
That is very. And
All
can
right. Yeah, come on. Close us out, Brittany.
I?
On YouTube. We still gonna be here, but close us out on YouTube.
No, I just wanted to tell a story about one of my other students, just really quick.
Oh, well, YouTube ain't gonna hear it. All right, bye YouTube. But we gonna hear it.